Daniel and his dad's just rolled in from, you live in Florida, right?
Yeah.
But you're here visiting family. And we're here in Denver with Daniel, who is one of our biggest fans on YouTube. Is that true?
Yes.
I think I know that it's true because you sent me a letter. That's how we met you.
I did.
Yeah. So Daniel, how long have you been loving dolls?
Forever seems.
Forever, it seems?
Yeah.
Same. Same with everybody here. So what we're gonna do, since Daniel watches all of our videos, you've probably seen over 100, I bet.
Oh yes, I've seen almost all, I feel like.
All of them? We're gonna take Daniel on a tour and he's gonna see what it looks like behind the scenes. The phones are going, everything's going, and we're just gonna go. So, do you remember what I tell my viewers before I go in the back?
Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicles at all times.
That's right. And whose safety is it for?
For the safety of the viewers and performers.
Yes, he's so good. He's so good. So let's do it together.
It's natural.
Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. This is for your safety and the safety of our performers. But mostly for your safety. All right, let's go.
I have a little chair just like that one at home.
The chair just like that one? Nice. It's good to sit your dolls in.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to show you some trunks in the back.
Alright. I have a big red one with gold on it.
Oh, you do? An antique trunk?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. That's good. Trunks are good. They're hard to find. So this is kind of where we have just a lot of our stuff that we're hoping to get to. It's just, yeah.
Stuff tucked away for later.
Tucked away for later was the name of the game for doll collectors. We say that a lot. Tucked away for later. Because a doll collector's job is never done. We're always trying to figure out our next thing. So this is where we have, now this is just, we've been trying to organize, but it takes a long time.
And we're not doing very good.
And we're not doing very good. Well, we're doing pretty good.
Look at all those doll stands, Daniel.
Oh wow. I have a few but not as many as this.
Well, if you need some, just let us know because we've got plenty.
I have a bunch of the original Barbie stands, all of them. I have, I think, 20 in total.
You do? Oh my gosh, really? Do you have the #1 Barbie stand?
No.
Well, if you find it, get it.
Yeah, I've seen one out at a flea market in Florida for, I think, 1,000.
Yeah, they're really expensive. So do you recognize this spot?
Yes, I do. That's where I think Linda sits right there.
That's exactly it.
And then I saw that doll in your video a while ago.
You did?
Yes, I feel like I did. Or a different French fashion doll.
That was the one. So this one is super cool because this is a French fashion. She is a brew and she is rare because she has these really wonderful carved wooden arms.
Yes, I've seen some of those for quite a bit. And I like the ones with the carved out hands because they have more detail than the leather hands.
Yes, they do. They certainly do. Yeah, you're going to have one of these one day.
Oh, yes. I'll try to find one somewhere.
Oh, you will. It's amazing where they pop up. You want to hold her?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does she have any markings on her?
So she is marked right up here, Deposé, but these early ones, they sometimes don't have, oh, there she is. She's marked with a 2 right there. But I'll show you another one that's a little bit smaller that we just got.
Oh,
Look at her.
Wonderful.
Look at that. So she is much smaller, as we can tell, and she's marked with an E, which indicates the size right there. So E, and we can read and learn this stuff in some of the books, but the E size is around 17 inches. But look, she's been kept in this shoebox her whole life,
Wow.
and she in there for so long that her body's like that. So she needs some tender, loving care. Look at her poor little feet.
Oh, no. I think I have a foot pattern for, like, dolls since I make my fabric dolls.
What kind of fabric dolls do you make?
Little like fabric baby dolls. I have an original pattern for the Cabbage Patch Pal dolls, and I used that just a while ago.
Nice. Have you made a Cabbage Patch? A full one?
Yes, like one that's like not like big, like I have, I think in total of the soft sculptures, I have 13 now. I just got 3 more and a lot of them.
Wow. you definitely have some kind of record for, I think, a person your age for. Now look at this one for Cabbage Patch. This is what is called by a company called FG, which is for Francois Gautier. And she came in that shoebox too. Can you believe it?
How many dolls came in that shoebox?
Well, there was 5 shoeboxes and I don't know, maybe about 15 dolls. But these ones were, I had no idea those would be in there.
She has a wonderful shoe. Does she have both of them?
Nope. I don't think so. And she's shedding a little bit. This one came in a different box, but that's her original dress.
It's wonderful with the little ruffles on it.
Here we can kind of, you can see how old it is and see the inside.
Is she by like an unknown brand or?
So she is probably by FG as well. She's much smaller.
She has great detail on her clothes with the pockets and buttoning.
She does. You could help me describe dolls for the internet.
Oh, I probably could.
Yeah, I
have so
think
many
you
different
could.
Things to describe everything.
Yeah. What was some of your favorite things in school? Or what you're still in school.
Yeah. So me and my art teacher have a lot of fun. She allows me to stay after school anytime I want, and we just talk about like, she has a son and she has old dolls for him in his little small doll house.
I love it.
So I've been helping her find like good brands like Dawn and Little Kittles, and she got some of those for him now. And I have a bunch of just different brands of every doll.
You probably have more dolls than any young man I've ever met of variety.
Oh yes, I have all different sizes. I just got a chatty Cathy baby. Me and my cousin were on a walk down the street. We found one right by the dumpster with all the original parts and dress. So I picked her up and I just washed her and she works.
She works. A chatty Cathy baby, and he found it. Wow, and she works. People just sometimes don't appreciate dolls, but we do. We'll get them from any alleyway or any trash can. We'll just dive right in, right?
I wouldn't have gotten her if she didn't have all the original clothes, and I couldn't find her pull ring, so I got a replacement one.
Wow. Well, soon you're going to be able to star in my videos and show repair. We could ask a lot about Chatty Cathy repair.
Oh, I've only fixed 2 so far, the baby and an actual Chatty Cathy.
Do you know what I think? Instead of being in my videos, you need to start your own YouTube channel. How cool. And then we can do videos for each other's channel.
Yeah.
That would be fun. So right now, Daniel is checking out Stanley's shipping area, and Stanley's giving him the info about his sci-fi movie. But we are just learning all about the back of the shop. And we're going to go up front and chat some more dolls. Well, this is what in a shop you would call back stock, where we just have a lot of things that we're going to hopefully get to someday. But you can look at that. We got a bunch of vintage Barbies over there, which you might find interesting inside that box.
Oh, yeah. I have that exact dress, and then I have a red-headed Barbie that I fixed the hair, and I have a blonde midge like that one. And I've got a color magic skipper.
I love it.
We have a bunch of different Barbies that are older, and I have all the stands for them.
Barbie's one of your favorites for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So is your first favorite Cabbage Patch?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's your second favorite?
It would be Barbie probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching right now that love Barbie. And they'll tell us right in the comments too. You've seen a lot of the Barbie stuff we've done. It's so much fun, huh?
Like the full-size Barbie house.
Yes! With Bradley, that was so much fun. I wish we still had it for you to stand in.
Yeah, that would be
You want to go hold a number 1?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, let's go do that.
I've never seen one.
You've never seen one in person? Okay, watch your step right up here. Most of all of this is my mom's doll collection that she left to me. And I keep so many of my treasures over here. But this was my mom's favorite number 1. It's Gay Parisienne. And she has her original stand and everything.
Oh, she's wonderful with the fur coat. And then she has the booklet. Good thing you took the shoes off because of the staining started.
Yep, that happens, huh?
Yeah, I have a few of the original outfits. I got a lot of 4 of them for $20 with the, okay, it was a Ken, Skipper, a Midge, and then a redhead Barbie.
Redheads are my favorite
Mm-hmm.
of all dolls. I love redhead dolls.
Yeah, I
Fun.
gave her somewhere special. Thank you.
So she is cool. And then, did you see the video where I got this one?
Yeah.
So check her out. Now, what is the name of her dress? Do you remember?
No.
I think is it Sweet Sophisticated? I'm not sure.
I feel like that came as like a hat and a bag.
Yeah, she had a bag, which was not her original bag, and then the hat is probably in here. You have a very, very good memory. This is, oh yeah, so that's what we know what to look for when you're out there. And then don't drop it, because I dropped it and look what happened. But yeah, she has the holes on the bottom of the feet.
She has good painting on the toes.
does.
That's very hard to repair.
It is hard to repair. I'm afraid, she's supposed to, I was going to get her repaired and kind of redone, but I haven't done that yet. Oh, here's her bag. So there's the bag. There's a bag. And then there's her hat. Looks a little better now.
Yeah.
That's a little better. She needs clean, she needs it all, but isn't that a fun find?
Oh, it is.
Such a fun find. Now, do you know anything about Build Lily?
Yeah. I saw one at the flea market too. It was a fake one though, but you could tell by the face and the eyebrows how they're different from a Barbie, how they're more of the line.
Yep. There's a lot of we call them clones out there of these dolls. But this one's real and she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Barbie's still my favorite.
And then they make a Build Lily in the U.S. called Miss Mary Magpie. No, not Miss Mary Magpie.
But we like Miss Mary Magpie.
Yes. I was thinking of another one. It was like she had a hat and then like a magician. Oh God, magicians. I can't say that.
Well, that happens to me all the time.
But
all
she
the
has a cape and then the swimsuit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of it either. So you're in good company.
Yeah.
But we'll think of it by the time the video airs.
Oh, we probably will.
So let's, so come on in. Yeah, step back in. So these are just some of my favorite dolls and bears, and most of them all came from my mom, but a couple of them came from me, like that FG we got here. And then this is a very early Jumeau. Do you remember, did you see the video where we made her?
Video.
Yeah. And did you see the one where Helen Kish gave me this doll? That was probably before you came to our channel. But that is a very rare Jumeau. You can hold it if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell by how the hands are sort of like clamped together. The fingers, I mean.
Yeah, very early. And these big almond-shaped eyes.
Yeah. And then
We
the
love that.
earrings. I always love the teal earrings.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure we have some of those. I will get you.
I remember those ones are the store display ones.
The store display ones, yes. And if you ever find a pair and you don't want them, you call me. But I'm sure you'd probably want to keep them.
I used to collect Raggedy and Raggedy Ann more often.
Well, even if you don't, these big ones they only made about 100 pairs at all. They're from 1925. Give him a hug. See, look how big that guy is. Isn't he amazing?
Oh, you can feel the weight and just the body.
I know.
This button eyes. I don't know what kind of eyes those would be considered, like the shoe button or...
Yeah, you could call those shoe button eyes. Yeah. Or See here's a different kind of pair.
Yeah,
But-
I have buttons like that in my sewing box.
Oh my, you look so cute with that. Okay, so I have a picture of myself that I love holding both of these. Can we try and recreate it with you holding both of them? It's gonna be a lot. But we got to do it. All right. Oh, look at that. Okay, so let's do. You turn and face that. Oh, they're not so big. Yeah, they kind of are. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. I love it. 1, 2, 3. That's so good.
He looks
So
like
good.
one.
I
I can't tell
know.
which is which.
Kind of like when E.T. was in the closet and you couldn't really see him with all the dolls. Those are two of my favorites. When you start to amass a big collection, which you already have a big collection, you still have some of your just very favorites, right?
Oh, yes. My favorite Cabbage Patch Kid is my third one that I ever got, and my grandparents gave it to me. She's a soft sculpture. They never told me how much they paid for it, but she's my oldest one in my collection. You could tell by like her eyes and the face on her.
Is she signed by Xavier
Yes,
Roberts?
my
She-
preemie one right there. She's hand signed.
Oh, okay, we're gonna do a show and tell, so we're gonna have to learn all about that from you. I don't think I've ever seen a hand signed one in person.
Oh, I've got I think 4 in total.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is so awesome.
And then I've got a prototype document paper for like a catalog.
Wow. Okay, I cannot wait for you to start doing YouTube videos about
Oh.
Cabbage Patch dolls.
I
You could
have
start a whole
so
channel about Cabbage Patch dolls.
all the different kinds that I have.
Everything. And you have over 300, so that's 300 videos right there. These are some of our favorites. These are our life-size reindeer, which you'll probably recognize.
Yeah, from the first like Christmas scene
Yep.
video. And remember the Santas.
Yep. Do they look as big or bigger in person?
They look bigger in
Bigger in person?
And they're stiff, right?
They're stiff. Yes.
You can always tell by the eyes, how the eyes just have that certain like look to them on a stiff.
Yeah, they do. And the mohair, stiff have their own qualities where you can just tell right away once you get to know them.
Yeah. And I saw the giraffe stiff too.
Yeah, he's up there. We can go take a peek at him. So Daniel, do you recognize that letter?
Yes.
This is the letter that Daniel sent me. And when I opened it, I thought, oh my goodness, this is so good. You have 11 60s Barbies,
Yes.
probably more than that now.
Yeah, I got one more now.
One more? 300 Cabbage Patch?
Yes. And with my new soft sculptures, now I'm going to plan on getting more.
So he's going to plan on getting more now that he's into new soft sculptures. So we're going to have a show and tell. Let's chat about the dolls that we have brought here. Now these are pretty rare, so I don't know hardly anything about Cabbage Patch, so I'm excited to learn.
So she is a 1982 one, and the good thing about her signature didn't get worn off, so you could see the 82 signature. And these ones are a bit different, the preemies, because with this one I've noticed she's more blushed, like they blushed the tag on her, and how the face is just a bit more pinker than the rest. And they usually use they put ears on all the preemies, not on the older kids for a while until they got into the 90s. And they always have the smaller hands compared to the bigger ones. They're the smallest out of all of them except for certain special editions. But she is one of my older ones. He is my second oldest one. The way you can usually tell is by the height or by the eyes. He's like 1981, maybe like early 81 or like late 80. But you can usually tell by the hair. The hair will have like a different like texture compared to the newer yarn that they would use in the mid 80s. And you can tell by the height. He is my shortest one that's not a preemie, and he is one of my favorites because of his eyes. His eyes are not like my preemies, how they have the little what's it called? The whites in the eyes are in different spots. Unlike the preemie where the eyes are two simple dots. He has little swooshes in the eyes, and they're a bit less detailed with the striping. So you can always tell by the date, by the height and the eyes and how the face is like made. With the older ones, when they would do the afro or the bob, or like ones that cover the face, they would do it closer to the face, like framing the face, not like outwards where it just sort of goes up. This, they would shape it so it goes like a down towards the face, and he has really defined eyebrows, and I like the hair a bit lower down in his face because they're a bit too big. But he is not hand signed. He has his original stamping. You have 3 different kinds: the ones with the embroidered signature, the hand signed ones, and then the stamps.
I am learning so much about Cabbage Patch right now. This is so cool.
And then
There's a lot to know.
Oh, there is. And then you have certain ones where they're hand signed, but they've already been stamped. I have one of those. And you have different editions: spring, Christmas, U edition. These two, well, not these two. This one would be part of the U edition because he's not an E bronze. E bronze is ones like from the 80s, like specifically the year 1980. Then you have Helen Blues, which are from later on, like during the 70s, before the 80s happened. They would have the not E bronze. They would have the Helen Blues, but he is my closest thing to an E bronze. So an E bronze would have a different signature with the year 1980 on it.
This is so good. This is so good. So when I get a Cabbage Patch in the doll shop, and I don't know, can I email it to you and you can tell me?
Yes.
Good.
Because you have all the different brands that mass produce them, like Coleco, Mattel, Kennard. I don't think it was Kennard, it was Hasbro for a while. Then We Got Cool Toys took over now. And then you have the exclusive ones that Babyland, that Xavier still makes, which are the mass produced ones, but you can only get there.
That's so amazing. Now, is Xavier, so he's still making them right now?
He has like employees that make them for him now. He will occasionally, I haven't seen it in quite a while, would make his own. Like when they came out with the Cabbage Patch Pal line in I think 82 or 83. I recently just got one, but those ones were his own design based off of the Cabbage Patch Kids, but more of like a bulkier shape with less detailing, more of like a for the younger sort of kids.
I love that. So let's talk about you as a designer and a clothing maker. What do you like to design?
I like to design clothes for my dolls. I made this, which took me about a day.
This is so good. I love crochet, and I like that you just went all black. Is this a onesie?
Yes, it could be really a swimsuit, a onesie, a little pajama thing.
I like it as a swimsuit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at that. And I like the ruffle on the bottom.
And then I decided to put a ruffle on the top just to make it look a little bit short.
That's good. Modesty. I love that. And so you like to sketch.
Mm-hmm.
You like to sketch, and then do you make it in real life?
Yes, just depends on if I like it or not, I'll make it. So like if I decide that I might want to redraw it, with just like the same like shape of it, just different like elements, like different ruffle or different lace.
Yeah. And so I heard that you recently just got a sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And how's that going?
Still learning how to use it.
Yeah.
I usually do things by hand, but with a sewing machine, I've pricked myself 2 times already, so I need to get better at it. But I just got it on my birthday.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time to learn how to use a sewing machine, but once you get it, it's like you're off and running.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do so much. So I have a friend that sent some dolls, and she wanted them to go to a good home. And so we're just going to look at some, and so you can give me a red light or a green light. And I know that you have a lot of room for dolls. You keep them all over the country.
Oh yeah. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Anyway.
You have your stashes everywhere. Only you know where they are.
Oh yeah, they don't even know where some of my dolls are.
I love your style. So good. So good. Okay, so let's chat. Let's look at the first girl. Now the first girl, she is right here. So we can always usually tell the antique dolls. And so you like all kinds of dolls.
Yeah.
You want a Pasha doll coming up next. And you also like antiques.
Yep.
I'm the same.
I like modern to mid-century to antique.
Love it. So this one is a Simon and Halbig, and she's really sweet. She needs a little bit of repair, which I bet you can do. Do you see how? Do you see?
Yeah, the little chip right between her eyebrows.
But I bet you could do that because I know that you're working on doll repair. So we can decide. You can decide about her. I don't know. Are we flying? Or are we driving?
Driving.
You're driving? Oh, well then. Okay. This girl's pretty. She has. This is a Kessner 167, and that is her. What do you think that hair's made out of?
Is it human?
It is human hair. And we've talked on our channel a little bit about how to tell.
You can tell by like sort of just the thinness of the lines and like how it will like go out in certain ways. Not like a plastic hair that would lay straight down.
Yeah. And sometimes you can just take a little strand and burn it and you can tell by the smell. It's an icky thing to smell, but you can tell by the smell. But I like human hair wigs a lot because you can curl them.
You can curl them a lot better. It's not as easy to melt it if you want to style it.
That's right. So it's just like our own hair. So I like that because then I know what to do. So she's cool. This one is in a very old outfit. Look at her. She's cool. What is she? I think it's marked 309.3. And if we look in our book, we'll probably be able to tell. I know she's German for sure. That might even be her original outfit.
Does she have more of like a leather or cloth body?
Let's look. She has a cloth body with composition. So you can usually tell kind of by
like
tapping
the
them or
sound.
looking. But if you look real close right there, we can see the inside. Composition is like a paper mache.
Like it has like sort of like bubbles in it in certain spots.
Yeah, it definitely does. And it's painted. And so that helps. So we've got now these. Now your friend Rosemary, she is so excited about seeing you on video because she has been making you clothes for your doll.
Yeah, I got 2 of them for butterscotch. I got the one that's like a rainbow sort of design and then the sailor outfit.
I love that. I love that. Well, this one is really pretty, but she's so sad because she doesn't have an outfit.
Yeah, she only is in her little nightie.
So she's a Simon and Halbig. Look at those earrings.
Ooh, those are wonderful ones. How they're sort of like they're not shiny. They're more of like a matte.
A matte. You are so good. I didn't even learn what matte meant until I was probably like 14. And it was about makeup. But
Oh, I thought it was short for Matthew.
no, matte like it's not shiny.
I'm just kidding.
So she's cool. So she needs a little something. A little something. Let's see who this girl is.
Oh.
Let's see who this is a Hubach Koppelsdorf. So these are mostly all German antique dolls. That looks like human hair right there.
She has a bit of like a character face, it feels.
Yeah, she does feel kind of character-y. But these all came in and so what we would normally do is we would look them over and decide, do we like them this way? Or are we going to do something else? A lot of times we do something else, which is part of the fun. And sometimes we keep them that way. So it just depends. Let's see. Who's this girl? Oh, it's an Armand Marseille. This is a 370. Now, the arms are bisque.
Yes, she has her original label.
Her original
Always
label.
nice. And a very clean body.
Yes.
Let's go in there better.
Can you see that? Original label, clean body. This is what's called leatherette. Did you know that?
No.
So it's kind of like leather, but it's almost like a fake leather, and it's just
Like-
called leatherette.
You can see sort of like the threading in there.
It's Yeah, it's made out of like fabric.
It's sort of like a glaze over it to give it that leather.
Yeah, kind of like some kind of, I don't want to call it paint, but yeah, some kind of finish over it, like a glaze. And then it more inexpensive. Oh, I don't want to be covering your dolls. It's a more inexpensive way to do the body. There we go. So let's see what else we have in here. Oh, this one. I like this one.
Ooh, she's a nice one. She has sort of like a frowny mouth.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But what's cool about her, do you see how her head's turned like that?
Yeah.
That's called a turned head doll. And they're from a series called the Alphabet series, and that one's D. But you'll find different ones that have A, B, C, D, almost the whole alphabet.
Oh,
And they're
wow.
by Kessner, German company. And then their heads are slightly turned, just like that. So she's cool. You gotta have one of those in there. And she has bisque arms.
Yes,
Which
they're
have-
very well blushed, like on the palm.
Yeah. And they don't have any, there's a little chip right there, but nothing major, no missing fingers, which is a pretty big deal. So, you don't have to choose, you can have them all. You know, we can just do that. So,
Oh, that's a.
oh, this is a baby. Oh, okay, so this one is by a German company called Morimura Brothers, and they're made in Japan.
Oh.
And these came out the same time a lot of the German dolls came out, because the Japanese people were trying to make the dolls that were popular and compete with their own version.
Oh, yeah.
So they tried to make a German looking doll, and it didn't really work.
No, you can kind of tell by like the mouth how it's more wide. The eyebrows are like kind of straight with a little slant at the top.
That's right. And I think they're fun to have. I think every collection needs one as an example. And it's fun to even have things, and it might not even be your favorite, but it's good to have.
Yeah, sort of like an example of like what to look for, what not to look
Yeah,
for.
a representation, for sure. No. This little baby, I know. Oh, this is a Hubert Koppelsdorf.
Oh.
This one is a sweet doll. He will look so much better once he gets
A wig and a nice outfit.
a little outfit. And what you can do you remember in our videos, did you see where Linda
Yes.
takes that wet cloth?
Yes, and slowly removes the glue.
Yep, that's exactly what needs done here, but you can do that off of our videos.
Oh, yeah.
We slowly remove all that glue, just take a wet cloth and wrap it around the head and soak it. You can get all of that off. And we did a video where Linda shows you how to make wigs.
Oh, yes. I make all sorts of wigs.
You make wigs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well then, you've got it all.
Oh, yes, I do.
We just need to retire then.
We need to retire.
Daniel,
Yes.
take over the.
Daniel,
oh,
take it all over. Now this one's different. I don't know if you've ever seen one like this, but this one's made out of tin.
Yes, the tin heads. Sort of how they have the china head, sort of like sculpt, but they're a tin, not the china head.
Totally. You got it. And what kind of leather is that?
Kit leather.
Kid leather. You're so good. You're so good. So this is a good one. Now this one would probably be dressed in just a kind of a plain white cotton outfit.
Yes.
But Minerva right there is the company that made a ton of them. But I think these are cool, and they're super, super, super old.
Yes, I see the tin heads a lot when I go out shopping.
Oh, you do?
Like just the heads alone without the bodies.
Without the bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. There are actually a pretty decent amount of them out there because they're made out of tin and they weren't as breakable.
They were they were easier to manufacture without doing all the like extremely detailed painting for some, and the ability not to break it as fast.
Yes, huge part of it. So Daniel, this was super fun. I learned so much about Cabbage Patch and your doll collecting. So for the future, what do you hope for your future just in the next couple of years in your doll collecting career?
I hope to get more self sculptures. I want to get a Jamo size 1
Oh, nice.
because I like the tiny dolls a lot.
You do like the tiny ones.
I one day want to get Pasha Pasha, one day, and I know I want to get a bigger room for all my dolls.
So I love that. So the way that you start is exactly what you're doing, which is manifesting it. putting it out into the universe. Pasha Pasha, size 1 Jumeau. Those have been known to show up in thrift stores and in garage sales, Goodwill even. You just never know.
Yes.
Never know.
I go out antiquing a lot. I find some cool stuff. I found a, is it pronounced Lynchy?
Lunchy? Mm-hmm.
Yes. I found a one like the character face girl with the sort of like the slanted eyebrows with the big glass earrings.
You did?
I found one out at the flea market, and she was 75, and she was on this little chair, and she was sort of like a little dirty. Her hair was a bit falling out, but I thought it was a good price.
Yeah, that is a very good price. That's good. So you're going to be able to get a Pasha Pasha and a size 1 Jumeau soon because you're learning about dolls, and knowledge is power, and then you can buy them and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that.
I haven't sold any.
You haven't sold
yet,
any?
but one day I might.
One day. Yeah, I could tell when I said you can sell them, you kind of thought, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
not.
like to keep them for a while.
Yeah, I understand. I'm the exact same way. So that's why I like to deal with a lot of sometimes modern dolls, because if I have like 200 of the same, then I feel like I could sell some.
That makes you feel a little better.
A little bit
if you
better.
like have a one-of-a-kind doll, you sort of feel
It's
like
hard.
bad.
Yeah, you do. And that's why a lot of them are still here. So you are a young gentleman after our own hearts. So this was super fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
Oh yes, I had so much fun seeing the shop in person, seeing all these amazing dolls.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And I know our wonderful friends out there really enjoyed seeing and meeting you. Yeah.
It was so much fun to be here.
Well, we're going to do it again someday. I know we are.
Oh yes, we probably will.
We probably will. All right. Bye.